Greetings, inquisitive minds. Michael back here again. Have you ever wondered, was there a potion that could make someone fall in love? The allure of such a potion has captivated human imagination for centuries, sparking intrigue and fascination. The idea of a magical concoction, a potion that could stir the deepest feelings of love and affection in the heart of another, it's an enigma, a mystery that has pervaded human history, culture, and folklore. The concept of love potions has its roots deeply embedded in the annals of human history. Ancient civilizations, from the Egyptians to the Greeks, have left records of their attempts to create these magical brews. Often, they were concocted from rare herbs, exotic spices, and sometimes even stranger ingredients. These potions were believed to hold extraordinary powers that transcended the physical and ventured into the spiritual and magical realms. They were thought to be capable of invoking the gods, appealing to the spirits, and manipulating the universal energies to kindle love. Throughout history, many illustrious figures, witches, healers, and even some famous personalities were believed to have dabbled in the art of creating love potions. Their stories, whether real or embellished, have added layers of intrigue and fascination to the enigma of love potions. Then there are the myriad tales and legends that revolve around love potions. Stories of star-crossed lovers, of unrequited love turned into passionate romance, all thanks to a magical potion. These tales, passed down through generations, have become an integral part of our cultural fabric. In the modern age, the concept of love potions has evolved. Today, they take the form of aphrodisiacs, concoctions prescribed by herbal doctors, and brews created by New Age witches. The question remains, are they real? Is there any documented evidence that they work? So the concept of love potions has been around for centuries, but where exactly did it start? Join me as we delve into the intriguing history of love potions in our next segment. Let's travel back in time to when the first love potions were believed to have been concocted. Picture this: ancient civilizations where the mysteries of the heart were often entwined with the mysteries of the world, where the line between the natural and supernatural was blurred. Love potions at this juncture were not just figments of fantasy, but part of the spiritual and medicinal practices of these societies. In ancient Egypt, for instance, love potions were part of their rich tradition of magic and medicine. These concoctions often included ingredients like honey, wine, and various herbs. The Egyptians believed in the magical properties of these elements, seeing them as bridges between the mortal realm and the divine. Similarly, in ancient Greece, love potions were often intertwined with their mythology. The Greeks had a complex understanding of love, with different words for its various forms. The magical potions they concocted were believed to invoke Eros, the god of love and desire, enhancing attraction and stirring up passion. Now let's talk about the ingredients. The most common elements of love potions across cultures were often aphrodisiacs, substances believed to increase sexual desire. These ranged from common herbs like rosemary and lavender to more exotic items like mandrake root and Spanish fly. The idea was to stimulate the senses to create a physical reaction that could be interpreted as love or desire. But it wasn't always about physical attraction. Some ingredients were chosen for their symbolic or spiritual significance. For instance, in many cultures, roses were associated with love and passion because of their vibrant color and intoxicating scent. So they were often used in love potions, not for their physical effects, but for their symbolic power. And then there were the magical properties. Love potions were often associated with certain phases of the moon or specific rituals. The moon, with its waxing and waning, was seen as a symbol of the cycles of love, its ebb and flow. Therefore, love potions were often brewed during certain lunar phases to harness its energy. Moreover, love potions were not just about the ingredients, but also about the process of making them. The act of brewing these potions was often accompanied by spells or incantations, adding a layer of mysticism and spirituality to the process. In these ancient societies, love potions were not just a means to an end. They were a testament to the human desire to understand and control the complex emotions that govern our lives. They were a reflection of the belief that love, like the natural world, could be harnessed and directed. Intriguing, isn't it? But who were the people who championed the use of these love potions? Stay tuned as we delve into the fascinating characters who played pivotal roles in the history of love potions. Now, let's meet the historical figures who have been linked to the use or effects of love potions. Throughout history, there have been a number of individuals who are said to have dabbled in love potions. Some were healers, some were witches, and some were simply people who were desperate for love. But all of them have left an indelible mark on the history of love potions. In the Middle Ages, a woman named Agnes Sampson was known as the Wise Wife of Keith. She was a healer, a midwife, and some say a witch, who was believed to brew potions that could cure ailments, protect against evil, and yes, even stir love. Her reputation was so great that she was summoned to the court of King James VI of Scotland to treat his wife, Queen Anne. But her association with witchcraft and love potions ultimately led to her downfall. Fast forward to the 16th century, we encounter the infamous Italian lady, Giulia Tofana. She was known for creating a deadly concoction called acqua tofana, which was sold as a cosmetic but was actually a poison. It's said that many women used this potion to rid themselves of abusive husbands. However, tales of her creating love potions also circulated, adding to her notoriety. In more recent history, Marie Laveau, the renowned voodoo queen of New Orleans, was believed to have brewed love potions. Her knowledge of herbs, roots, and poisons allowed her to create potions that could heal, harm, or induce love. Her influence persists today, with many still seeking her secret recipes. Of course, not all those linked with love potions were women. One famous man associated with love potions is none other than Casanova. The legendary lover was said to use a concoction of chocolate and oysters as a love potion to woo his many lovers. Whether it was the potion or his charm that worked the magic, we might never know. These individuals have given us some of the most enduring tales about love potions. From Agnes Sampson's tragic end to Giulia Tofana's deadly potions and Marie Laveau's voodoo brews, these stories have captivated our imaginations for centuries. They've shown us the lengths people will go to for love, the dangers of meddling with emotions, and the power such potions could potentially hold. But it's not just individuals who've been tied to love potions. There are also many myths and legends that revolve around these enchanting concoctions, and one of the most famous figures in these tales is a little cherub with a bow and arrow. From these stories, it's clear that love potions have played a significant role in folklore and myth. One such myth involves a well-known figure, Cupid. You've probably heard of Cupid, but did you know he has a connection to love potions? That's right, this chubby little cherub, often depicted with a bow and arrow, has a storied history that intertwines with the lore of love potions. Cupid, known as Eros in Greek mythology, is the god of love, desire, and attraction. His golden arrows are said to instill love in anyone they strike. But it's not just his arrows that make people fall in love. Some legends suggest that Cupid had a collection of love potions, which he would use to make people fall in love with each other. And it wasn't always about romantic love. According to some tales, Cupid also had potions that could inspire friendship or even create animosity. He was a bit of a trickster, using his arrows and potions to manipulate emotions for his amusement. But Cupid wasn't always the one in control. In one famous story, he accidentally pricks himself with his arrow and falls in love with the beautiful Psyche. In this tale, love potions are notably absent, suggesting that even the master of love isn't immune to his own powers. Cupid's arrows and potions have been seen as metaphors for the uncontrollable nature of love. Just as an arrow strikes without warning, love can hit us when we least expect it. And like a potent potion, love can bewitch us, making us behave in ways we never thought possible. Over the centuries, Cupid's image has evolved, but his association with love remains strong. Today, he is a staple of Valentine's Day celebrations, a symbol of romantic love and desire. But his connection to love potions reminds us of the complex and sometimes unpredictable nature of love. So Cupid and his arrows have been a symbolic representation of love. But what about love potions in the modern age? Are they just a myth, or is there more to the story? Let's find out in the next segment. Times have changed, but has the concept of love potions? Indeed, the idea of a magical brew that can ignite passion or create affection has remained a fascinating topic. However, today's love potions have taken a more contemporary form. Enter aphrodisiacs. From oysters to chocolate and even the fiery spice of chili peppers, these foods are believed to stimulate desire. Historical figures like Casanova were known to indulge in oysters, and Montezuma supposedly consumed copious amounts of chocolate. But do these really work? Well, science does suggest some truth to these claims. For instance, oysters are rich in zinc, which is essential for testosterone production. Chocolate, on the other hand, contains phenylethylamine, a chemical that produces feelings similar to being in love. Then we have herbal remedies. In various cultures, herbs like rosemary, lavender, and ginseng are believed to possess love-inducing properties. Even today, some people infuse their teas, baths, or even their pillows with these herbs in the hopes of attracting love. But again, is there any scientific basis? Well, while some herbs have been found to have potential mood-enhancing effects, the evidence is not conclusive. Now let's step into the world of New Age witches. In this realm, love potions are not just about herbs or aphrodisiacs. They involve rituals, chants, crystals, and the power of intention. These modern witches often stress that their potions are not about controlling someone else, but about attracting love into one's life. They argue it's about self-love and self-improvement, and not about infringing on another's free will. However, the effectiveness of these practices is largely subjective and depends on personal beliefs. So, are love potions real? In the sense of a magical brew that forces someone to love you, the answer is probably no. But if we consider love potions as things that might enhance our attractiveness, boost our confidence, or simply make us feel more in love with life, then perhaps they are real in their own way. But let's pause for a moment and consider a hypothetical scenario. What if a true love potion were to be invented? One that could make someone fall head over heels in love with you. Would it be a blessing or a curse? Would it herald a new era of effortless relationships, or would it raise ethical concerns about free will and consent? The existence of a true love potion is still a matter of debate. But what if one were to surface in today's world? Imagine for a moment a world where a genuine love potion exists. A potion that could ignite the spark of love in anyone's heart at any time. A tantalizing thought, isn't it? But as we delve deeper into this fascinating concept, we're forced to grapple with several moral and ethical quandaries. In this world of ours, individual freedom and personal choice are regarded as sacrosanct. They form the bedrock of our society. Yet a love potion, by its very nature, would infringe upon these fundamental rights. It would manipulate emotions, coerce feelings, and potentially obliterate the very essence of free will. Consider the potential for misuse. A love potion could become the ultimate tool for manipulation and control. It could be exploited in personal relationships, used as a weapon in societal power dynamics, or even leveraged for political gain. The potential for abuse is immense and terrifying. What about consent? Love, in its purest form, is a mutual voluntary bond between two individuals. It's a shared journey of discovery, understanding, and respect. But a love potion would bypass this process entirely, creating an artificial bond devoid of genuine consent. It raises the question, can love truly exist without the freedom to choose it? Then there's the issue of authenticity. Love is a profound emotion, a complex tapestry woven from shared experiences, mutual respect, and deep-seated affection. It's an emotion that grows and evolves over time, shaped by trials, triumphs, and shared moments of joy and sorrow. A love potion, on the other hand, would offer an instant, manufactured emotion, devoid of this depth and complexity. Would such a love be real or merely an illusion? And let's not forget the societal implications. If a love potion were to become commonplace, it could fundamentally alter our social fabric. Relationships would be cast into doubt, trust would erode, and the very concept of love could lose its meaning. But it's not all bleak. Some might argue that a love potion could have positive applications. It could help mend broken relationships, foster unity, and perhaps even promote peace and understanding on a global scale. But do the potential benefits outweigh the risks? That's a question each of us must answer for ourselves. In the end, the existence of a real love potion would force us to confront some of the most profound and complex issues of our time. It would challenge our understanding of love, freedom, consent, and authenticity. It would force us to reevaluate our values, our principles, and our very conception of what it means to be human. The implications are vast and complex, much like the history of love potions itself. And as we continue our journey through the fascinating world of love and romance, we must remember, love is more than an emotion. It's a choice, a commitment, a journey, and perhaps it's best left that way. So, we've journeyed through time, exploring the captivating history of love potions. We started our journey in the mystical past, where the origins of love potions were steeped in religious, spiritual, and magical practices. These elixirs, typically concocted from rare and often exotic ingredients, were thought to possess the power to stir the heart and ignite passion. We then delved into the lives of historical figures, from witches to healers, and even some famous personalities, whose lives were intertwined with these enchanting brews. Their stories, some shrouded in mystery and others in scandal, painted a vivid picture of the allure and intrigue that love potions have held over the centuries. We also ventured into the realm of myths and legends, where love potions often played pivotal roles. The tale of Cupid, the god of desire, affection, and erotic love, stood out. With his golden arrows, he was essentially the original purveyor of love potions, instigating feelings of love in both gods and humans alike. In the modern age, the concept of love potions has morphed into aphrodisiacs, herbal remedies, and even the practices of New Age witches. While the jury is still out on their efficacy, their popularity underscores the enduring fascination with influencing the course of love. We ended our exploration with a thought-provoking question. What if a genuine love potion were to be invented today? Would it be a blessing or a curse? Would it be used responsibly, or would it infringe upon the sacred principle of free will? The potential implications are as mesmerizing as they are disconcerting. This exploration of love potions has been a journey through time, culture, and human emotion. Their history is as complex and varied as love itself, and perhaps that's what makes them so fascinating. They symbolize our deepest desires and our relentless quest for connection. Thanks for joining me on this exploration. Please like, subscribe, and share. Each bit of support helps our channel continue to unearth history together.